Hey, this is Fabrizio for AMFM Magazine. I'm here with Greg Conway and Steve Swarsky from Lithuania, no, from Los Angeles. We're interviewing them because they are the co-producer and editor of She Rocks, which is an amazing documentary about
the evolution of great female guitar players.
The women, I don't care what anybody says, they're playing just as good, if not better than the guys.
Follow your heart, follow your passion, because that's what's going to drive you.
We came into Daisy Rock Guitars and Tish Ciravolo. And Daisy Rock is a girl guitar company. They make guitars specifically for girls. And through that experience and interviewing her and the people that work for the company, we got a lot more in touch with the whole situation of women and what a struggle it's been to achieve the kind of success that they want to achieve in a really male-dominated field, such as, you know, being a lead guitar player. I mean,
Exactly.
It's very much a boys' club, and that's the experience that the women have had, and that's what we tried to kind of follow up on and tell that story.
So do you guys have a good response from the female rock stars?
Why would you be threatened? We're just women playing music.
Rocking your
That's all.
dreams. It's no big deal.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
I never did.
When we first had the idea, and everyone we approached was very on board with the idea. They were totally into it. The funny stories were Orianthi, who features prominently in the show, and she's the one who played with Michael Jackson and This Is It, and now plays with Alice Cooper, and has quite her own career as an artist. Yeah, as an artist herself. We got in contact with her, and she got in touch with me 20 minutes after I contacted her on Facebook, and said, "I'm in, contact my publicist," and from there it escalated.
Which kind of view were you trying to just, was more like
Well,
realistic or?
I think it was interesting. I mean, Greg said, it was really a different idea when we first started. It was based on guitar and music, but it was really a different direction. After talking to Tish Ciravolo, and Greg and I both looked at each other and said, "Really, is it really that hard for women?" I mean, we kind of understand it, just like every field, but as musicians, we said, wow, because there's been some great female players fabulous female players over the years. And Tish said to us, well, go ask anybody, ask the Go-Go's, ask the Bangles. So we did.
When I first picked up the guitar, it was like truly freakish, like, oh my God, you're a girl, you play guitar, you can't play that kind of music.
It called freak a lot, coming into the classrooms with guy guitar players, be like, freak.
It's a boys' club, and the boys don't really like it when the girls want to get in.
And that's how it kind of just went from there. And I think we try to see why. Why is it like that? I think we think that it's probably worse in America than it is in Europe. It's just the attitudes that it is. But there is certainly no reason why that attitude exists.
It would be interesting to see how it would be received by their male.
Yeah, well, we have quite a few male players in it. One of the things we found out was that there were a lot of great male players that supported the female players.
One teacher told me to pick up the harp instead of playing the guitar. I guess he saw the teasing that was going on, so he figured it would be easier for me if I switched to the harp, of course. Didn't happen.
It's really nice to see these women that we're talking about accomplishing what they're accomplishing because they're sending out great messages. It's good for us as music lovers because there's going to be more potential for greatness.
Greg and I got to talk with Al Di Meola and Steve Vai and Earl Slick from David Bowie, and they had some interesting perspective on why it was like that.
Fantastic. Cool.
Yeah, and a very open mind in that way, in terms of, very supportive of the women coming up. And, it was kind of refreshing, I think, from the female perspective. It's refreshing to see men who aren't threatened by a woman who has tremendous skill on the guitar, but on the contrary, they want to actually bring them up and, come on, man, let's see what we can do with this, So it's great.
So is that your first production together?
We've done other stuff in the post-production field. We've been working together for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
So we've done quite a few documentaries for Discovery and National Geographic and thousands of commercials
every
together.
Other network you can
imagine. Every network you can imagine. And this was just kind of really, I think I came in on a Monday and I said to Greg, I just saw that show we worked on 10 years ago. It played all weekend on Discovery. Do they not have any programming? Maybe we should come up with an idea for something, and that's kind of how it started.
I could care less if you say I'm good for a girl or I'm just good. I'm here to be the best I can be. You can say whatever you want. It's not going to faze me.